Oh, there we go, got one. He didn't seem too big, but there's one. He seems bigger, but I don't think he's that big. Oh wow, he is bigger. Wow, wow. Hey guys, Sam from Aaron's Outdoor, and in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing a kind of top secret, it's not really top secret, but one of my favorite wacky rig baits to use. Now, this is the Zoom Magnum Finesse worm. I've used it a bunch on the channel, but I've never really done a specific video on it, except for a super long time ago, which is actually the first time I'd ever used it. But this bait right here, it's pretty similar to like a traditional stick bait, like a yum dinger that I have right here, but it's a little bit different. And the main thing that makes it different than a kind of a traditional stick bait is just a little bit skinnier in the middle, but it's still a big, like beefy, fat bait, and it just has some great, you know, kind of action like that in the water when you twitch it, and it's just perfect for skipping under cover. And the pond I'm fishing today has a ton of cover that overhangs the water. And I mean, you can skip a stick bait pretty much, like a traditional stick bait like this yum dinger, pretty much just as easily, but I think this bait is just a lot more effective. Maybe not a lot more effective, but it's just a really good wacky rig bait that a ton of people haven't heard of, and hopefully I'll be showing you all that today because I'll be catching so many fish on it. Oh, there we go, got one. Right off of that tree. I had seen so many bass in this cove, just like walking around on the road, so I wanted to make a cast back there. And the water's just really clear here, so it's really easy to see them sometimes. But just the first fish is just a little guy, but I'll take him. Actually, yesterday I caught quite a few that were even smaller than this, so I'll take him. One's running with it. Second one under that tree. About the exact same size. Oh, he's a little bigger actually. A little bit bigger than the last one. Anyway, that was another time. I'm pretty sure I got a pretty good skip under that tree. And that's where these worms just come like really in handy. I mean, when you can just skip them up under cover that's overhanging like that. That's really what they're perfect for. And they're just kind of perfect for this pond because there's so much overhanging cover. But there he goes. Got him. This is a baby. But I guess none of the ones we've caught so far have really been that big at all. Got him right off that little bush over there. I bet pretty much every fish we're going to catch today is going to be off of some type of cover. My dog is interested as always. She never knows. She just looks at the fish and then gets real excited when I throw him back in. Got him. Right off that island. That island, the end of that island's always a good spot, it seems like. Especially this time of year, I don't know, there's always like a fish that's right there. Maybe making a bed, I don't know. But pretty good one. Anyway, this guy's not too big, but I'd say he's the best one of the day by a little bit. And I don't think I mentioned this, but you could probably tell, but it's the middle of the afternoon right now. It's like 2 o'clock. Bluebird skies, which is typically not like a good time for fishing, but this wacky rig with the Zoom Magnum Finesse worm still gets it done. So it's just one of my favorite lures, and I'm already catching a bunch of fish on it. Oh, I'm blowing into the spot I just casted. Will we catch one before we go over it? Probably not. Oh no, we actually did. We did. Casted over here and the wind started blowing me right to where I casted. But we still got a fish. That's 5 fish in about. I probably haven't even been fishing for 30 minutes. But I mean, I don't know. This pond does just fish really well this time of year. But I mean, I was fishing earlier with a swim jig and I caught 1 fish in about the same amount of time. So I don't know. A wacky rig's just really a good lure for this time of year. There was a decent skip. Going. Oh, he got off. Maybe he'll come back for it. Probably not, because I think he definitely felt the hook. Got one. Didn't get much of a hook set there. He didn't seem too big, but it's not a bad one. Not a bad one. First one to start the morning off. Took a little bit longer than I would expect, but I was using topwater mainly. But I think the fish just aren't quite ready for topwater yet. And it's a little chillier morning, so maybe they're not quite as active this morning, but it's actually a pretty good one. Yet again on this Wacky rig worm, so that's a pretty decent fish. So anyway, first one in the morning, I'll take him. There he goes. Oh, it's another one. 2 casts in a row. It took me a while to catch a fish, and then I got 2 in a row. I'll take that. This one is very small though. He's a lot smaller than the last one. All right, second fish of the day. Pretty small, but I'll take him. No way. 3 casts in a row with a Wacky rig. It's not like I wasn't using this earlier. Like, I used it a little bit in between using the topwater on the other side of the pond. But I wasn't getting bites over there. I mean, it's just shallower on this side. I think, you know, this time of year, all the fish are shallow, so. This guy's just another baby. There's one. So the fish feeder just did go off a little while. I forgot about that. There might be some fish over here. He seems bigger, but I don't think he's that big. They just fight hard in this pond. Unless I like side hooked him or something. No, I didn't side hook him. I was like, maybe he just was sitting by the feeder and, oh wow, he is bigger. Wow, wow. Maybe this guy has just been fattening up on fish food. It's very possible, but look at, that is a belly. I'd love to weigh this fish. He's probably about 1.5 pounds. But he's just small and fat, short and fat. He's not too small. He's definitely, he's the best one I've caught of this pond on the whole trip so far. Mainly because of that belly. I probably already caught one this long, but definitely not that fat. It's a nice little chunk. Actually, now that I think about it, that could be a female. It is late March, so she could be getting ready to spawn. She was real shallow. It's either that or she ate a bunch of fish food. Well, I kind of wish I'd brought my scale out here, because this fish might actually be more like 2 pounds. Just because he's so fat. I mean, it's a heavy fish, especially for that size. But it's just one of the fattest bass I've ever caught, but he's definitely ready to go. Ooh. There we go. Thought there might be one over by the dock. Now that the canoe's gone and no one's on the dock. Tiny dude. The opposite of the last one. Actually might be bigger than a few of the ones we've caught though. Oh, and he threw my worm and it's sinking down pretty fast. Sometimes these little guys are the ones that'll make you lose your worms more often. But anyway, another fish. Oh, one's got, oh my gosh, almost yanked my rod in the water. This tiny fish almost yanked my rod in the water. That would have sucked. I would have gone swimming for it. I've already gone swimming for this rod once. It's only about 5 feet deep right here, so I definitely would have gone in. Would have had to take my camera off though. Anyway, another one. Hopefully he didn't swallow it, because I didn't really realize he had it until later, but oh no, he didn't swallow it. That's good. Another little guy. There's a bunch of little guys in here, but they should be getting bigger. Hopefully eating some of this fish food, eating some bluegill. And there are a few, like that one fat one I caught a minute ago, that have been getting bigger. Got one. Little guy. I don't know if I've caught a single fish over there. I usually catch so many fish on this side of the pond, but this trip I just really haven't. It is pretty shallow right over there, but all over there's a pretty deep ledge. Oh, he threw my worm away. That was most of these worms have lasted like around like 5 fish, but that one only lasted 1. And the only fish I caught on it was this small, but oh well. Well, a little guy. Another baby. Man, this dude is just as small as the last one. Hopefully we'll run into a bigger one over that big tree over there. Usually there's bigger fish near it. Well, I'm pretty surprised I was only able to get those 2 tiny little fish at the end there, but I think the fishing's just kind of slowed down a little bit at this pond. Maybe that's just because I was throwing the same lure at them the whole weekend, but I did want to talk about the hooks I was using today, because not only does that worm work super well, but the hooks I'm using are these Trocar Wacky worm hooks, and they're super sharp, super strong. I really like them, so if you're considering buying these worms, I totally recommend them. And if you want a good hook to go with them, I would definitely recommend that Trocar Wacky worm hook. But anyway, if you all enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I will catch you guys on that next video, and as always, thanks for watching.